Hello everyone, it's been a while, have you all missed me?
Admit it, you missed me.
Quick side note, holy shit, this was the best season of Baki yet. It was so damn ridiculous and absurd, yet so badass at the same time, maybe a bit sus. Please, for the love of god, none of you bitches better not spoil what comes after, as I'm trying to catch up to the manga, and yes, I'm reading from the beginning. Also, I know I'm gonna be so damn late regardless, especially by the time this video comes out, but I had to talk about the ultimate family feud, 18 years in the making, maybe more. Who knows how long the ogre decided to play life on recruit difficulty before realizing the only thing that would give him a challenge was his own spawn. So to start off, after 18 years, Baki started to feel bad about the fact that all his life daddy Yujiro had never once come home with the milk, since he'd always use it to smash other trash fighters' heads in, and then just never stopped. Until now, cause his son was now a legal adult and Yujiro no longer had to worry about child support. After a couple tries of attempting to relate, his dad was like, yeah, I know what, the food is decent, but where's the pizzas in this place? I mean, what is the theme supposed to be here? Crackhead den? It's atrocious. So before leaving, Yujiro tells his son about actual good food and atmosphere, and invites him to the restaurant with the talking/singing dog for whining and dining. And here comes the part where I believe Yujiro dropped the ball. Since he never came back with the milk, Yujiro never had the opportunity to show Baki how to properly represent the drip that only a Hanma can. Anyways, so after waiting for some time, Yujiro finally shows up with that drip, takes one look at Baki and says, "What are those?" So after trying to show Baki proper fine dining etiquette, Baki lets the intrusive thoughts in and asks Yujiro, "Dad, I heard you were being very sus up in the mountains. Tell me that's not true." Ahem. Son, I can explain. Oh my god, you didn't you? Look, Baki, I'm the ogre, the strongest creature on the planet, the manliest masculine man among men. My testosterone is 20 times that of a normal man, and because of that everybody looks feminine to me. I just couldn't tell, but that still doesn't change what's below the waist. So after deciding to change the topic, Baki then asks another question. Dad, why did you kill Mom? Son, all I literally did was hold her in my embrace and she couldn't handle it. Your mother was weak. Having a civil meal went flying out the window. Yujiro then decided to do his best Super Saiyan impersonation, and Baki knew shit was about to get real and was like, "Chill out, Dad, I was only messing around."
Stand up, you little fuck.
You have been acting very inelegant in this fine establishment. I think it's time to act like a father and show you a little discipline. Oh, now you want a beer. So my man Yujiro runs over instantly to Baki like the mask when he was trying to clap Cameron Diaz's cheeks, but instead spanks Baki so hard that it nearly sent him flying out the window. And this how you know Baki is one tough son of a bitch, cause I've had my ass hit with a belt once and I couldn't sit down for 3 hours. Now imagine being spanked by the strongest creature alive. My boy Baki is just built different. That spank from the ogre had to have his bottom burning, but he jumps right back into the room. As Yujiro began to walk up to Baki to continue the ass whooping, Baki realized he fucked around too much and is really about to find out. Yujiro then channels his inner mom, grabs Baki's hand and is like, "Son, this is gonna hurt me more than it's gonna hurt you." And just as he is about to slap the shit out of it, Baki is like, "Oh hell no, I don't have to put up with this shit. You are 10 years too fucking late, Dad. I'm not a toddler anymore. I'm old enough to have gone to an adult prison, beat Bubba's ass, and I've unlocked my inner potential by having sex for 3 days straight." Baki then yanks his hand out of the way before Yujiro could land the blow. But you know, parents, they never consider your point of view, and Baki made a big mistake by moving his hand out the way. So you know he's just gonna get beaten even harder. So Yujiro kicks the shit out of Baki through a wall into the next room, grabs his head like a basketball, and proceeds to strut his way towards another window. Yeets his way out the building while still holding Baki by the face and slams both him and his son into a car that was all the way down at street level. As the dust clears, Yujiro is obviously the first to get up and chucks Baki's half dead body aside and is like, "Alright, get up, little man, I know that didn't hurt that much. Stop playing and get up." Now you may be wondering how the fuck they were able to survive this. I mean, yeah, how the fuck did they survive this? These two literally fell out of a 10,000-foot building with only a Porsche Max car to cushion the impact, and apparently Yujiro also somehow lessened the impact of the fall further by turning his ankle into an acute angle. I mean, what the actual fuck? But fear not, my friends, since Yujiro decided to take this family feud to the streets, all the bystanders nearby, especially the police/military, were able to witness the miracle of surviving a fall from a skyscraper, and the cameraman decided to commit my favorite sin in Baki, cut from the fight to a background character, Captain Bullshit over here, to explain the totally plausible and realistic way the Hanmas were able to survive the fall.
You see, when a cat falls from a very high place, once they reach terminal velocity, they spread their bodies to almost glide their way down like the flying squirrel, except it's a cat. Now if you apply the same concept to a man, it is possible to achieve a similar feat by spreading your ass cheeks, so that right at the moment before impact, you will be able to fart at maximum capacity, since the airways are clear and the power of the fart will create the thrust necessary to cushion your fall.
Okay, but what about the acute angle ankle move?
Oh yeah, that helps too. And make sure you land on a car specifically.
Get the fuck. So getting back to the stuff we really came to see, Yujiro tries helping Baki up, but my boy said psyche and tries to slap the taste out of Yujiro's mouth. But the ogre was like, you ungrateful little shit, and uses full counter, and sent Baki flying again back into the building. Then the cops start getting delusions of grandeur and all of a sudden think they can somehow stop the fight by arresting Yujiro. Bruh, who do these motherfuckers think they are dealing with? Thanos? Nah, honestly this situation might as well be like whenever the military try to intercept Godzilla. What is the damn point? How many times do we gotta teach you this lesson, old man? Will these shitheads ever learn? So anyway, after calling them out on their bullshit, Yujiro gets to Baki, grabs Baki by the face, like child after getting a bad grade, and yeets his ass across the room again. But Baki tries to make a comeback by kicking him in the face, but Yujiro saw that shit coming since yesterday and just slightly bumps back his leg, causing him to lose balance, but again tries to counter the counter before Yujiro kicks Baki so hard that Baki starts getting flashbacks of being in the womb. What the shit? Okay, when I first saw this scene I was genuinely concerned. I mean, what in the actual ass, Yujiro? Just how impatient are you? I know your life has been nothing but a bore, since no one could even hope to give you a real fight, and that was the whole reason behind Baki's conception. But were you really that eager to fight as soon as he came out of the womb? And we all know his ass still couldn't wait till Baki was in prime fighting condition, since he thought it would be a good idea to fight this boy at the good old age of 13. The audacity of this man to then say he is a disgrace to all hedgehog kind. Bitch, you are a grown man fighting a child. What fucking type of logic does that have? Bloody wacko. Anyway, you should know the drill by now. Turns out this whole time Baki was getting his ass kicked, he was actually warming up. Sigh. Anyway, Yujiro then decides to brand his son using the whip strike on him a couple times, and since that shit definitely hurt, Baki wasn't just about to let that shit slide and tried giving his old man a taste of his own medicine. The cameraman then cuts to Yujiro showing he looks a bit constipated, but was just trying to look tough in front of his son by trying not to scream like how you try not to cry when eating hot wings. Course to Baki, he had to have been like, oh, this is some fucking bullshit. Yujiro then basically had to beg Baki to finally not hold back. I mean, I still have no idea why the fuck he was to begin with, since he is facing off against the strongest creature on the planet. Why not use all the tools at your disposal if you know your father can take it and then some? Baki then finally cuts the crap and uses the art of roach missile, which manages to actually push Yujiro until it doesn't, so Baki then farts to get some leverage and drop kicks Yujiro through a whole bathroom, busting up all the stalls like someone ate at Taco Bell. Yujiro, being impressed, then suplexes Baki through a wall outside, where it's revealed a whole big ass crowd gathered to witness some domestic violence. The crowd was so big that it caught Yujiro by surprise, and my man started to get a little stage fright. Hey Baki, mind if we continue this some other time? What? Are you afraid that I'm gonna wipe the floor with you in front of all these witnesses? Okay, warm up is done now. I'm ready Typical Baki logic. Warm up is only finished after a fighter loses a gallon of blood. So if you are in a fight and don't lose a gallon of blood, are you even fighting for real, you scrub? Baki then tries using the same liquefy tackle move on Yujiro, except this time Yujiro didn't budge at all, and Yujiro is just like, really dude? The same move twice? Baki really tried spamming. Yujiro then shows Baki what happens if he catches him lacking again, and afterwards, Baki then says alright, time to switch it up, it's dinner time. Whoever's car that was, I hope their insurance covers ogre related damages. But that tackle sure seems to have made everyone come on the spot. Even Pickle. Wait, why haven't they tried recapturing this man? I can't imagine the terror this man must have been causing in his free time before the fight between the Hanmas caught his attention. I mean, this is the same dude that gave that poor reporter girl the 17 inches of dangling death, and the military personnel escorting him weren't able to do anything to stop him. Then again, these people had to be retarded not to try some other way to transport him, or even have some fucking powerful ass tranquilizers ready. I mean, my man Pickle was frozen in action and hasn't had any for millions of fucking years. What the fuck did you asses think was gonna happen the second Shorty stepped out in front of him? If you have an easier time evicting King Kong out of his home and not the much smaller caveman, then you know you had to have fucked up somewhere.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Baki's Triceratops attack actually managed to impress Yujiro, so, to show some respect to his son, Yujiro is acting like he is gonna pull out the fighting style of several other strong ass animals himself, before settling on the strongest creature of them all, himself. Okay, that's actually pretty damn cool. So Baki then proceeds with the disrespect by actually managing to drop Yujiro, but he manages to catch himself before hitting the ground, getting just close enough to sniff the pavement like Joe Biden's NIS kids. Holy shit, you know, I never thought I'd see the day the ogre almost got laid out like a mattress, and neither did Yujiro. And since Baki is actually giving him a good challenge, my man just couldn't help himself. He had to congratulate his son. Dad, we are in the middle of a fight. So what, let me pat you on the head. You've actually made me proud. And this part almost had me choking up, cause this is probably the second time Baki has been shown any kind of parental love that wasn't creepy or abusive. Man literally couldn't believe it. Was this what you called fatherly love? Come over here, son. No. You never loved me. You loved beating ass more than taking care of mine. And you never came back with the milk. Look, son, I was just preparing you for this hard ass world by giving you a hard ass time. If you really wanted the milk that badly, you should gotten some milk money. The milk ain't gonna come to you. But look at you now. You are a better man for it. Now come here and take this rare moment of affection from me, whether you want it or not. So to speed things up a bit, Yujiro then proceeds with the smoke, and just as he's about to curb stomp this man, Pickle comes out ta nowhere and wants to join in on the cookout too, but Baki gets up and is like, this barbecue is for family only, get your no good bum ass out of here and find another cookout. So Pickle just ooga boogas over to the corner to think about what he's done, and Baki is like, okay, where were we? Quick side note, I don't know why, but these impact shots or whatever whenever someone in Baki gets hit really hard always makes me laugh. The G-force is insane. But what is this? Baki actually caught Daddy Yujiro lacking and places him in a submission hold and is like, it's all over now. This is for you sending my mom to the gulag. But Baki forgot this is no mere mortal he's fighting. Yujiro proceeds to break free by literally breaking the concrete beneath him with his free hand to flip his ass over to get out of the hold, and hits Baki in the stomach. Typical Yujiro shit. Baki was so impressed he pissed himself before Yujiro gave him the two-piece combo, slamming into another schmuck's car and pissing himself again. Baki has gotta be feeling that fight or flight mode now. This is just a matter of surviving at this point. So Baki is on the floor, and before the fight continues, Yujiro starts to shit bricks because the ghost of Yujiro Hanma appeared. Actually, what is going on here? Is this actually a ghost? Or another one of those bullshit imagination apparitions? The world may never know. You be the judge. So the specter starts talking shit to Yujiro. Baki beat his ass for me. Later, suckers. Baki thinking he got some motivation and encouragement from Granddaddy Yujiro and is ready to continue the fight. But Yujiro was like, you know, maybe it's a good thing he showed up. Cause now I feel like beating your ass with one of his favorite techniques. It's called dress. Now most fathers would use the belt or a stick when beating their kids, but this man Yujiro decided Baki was the belt and uses fucking Baki himself to wreck another poor soul's car. What the hell is this shit? Street Fighter? Martial artists sure love beating on other people's property. These people definitely are gonna need an Uber. So after some more back and forth between the two, Baki does his favorite move on Yujiro and wow, I was actually surprised it had some effect, though it didn't last long, because of course it didn't. The Oj probably used a technique to suck in his testes last second to minimize damage. After some yoga poses, Yujiro and Baki again start trading punches when out of nowhere Baki's girl Kozu just randomly steps in the middle of the fight and starts doing the okay, but seriously, I mean the woman did have a point. So much talking and not enough fighting. Stop getting all sentimental and just keep fighting.
It doesn't matter what you think!
This battle has no room for women. Now go away before you become collateral damage. Okay, so now they are just trading blows at this point. Neither one giving in. And I guess it was truly a sight to behold. Because then people of all different backgrounds start bowing and praying. What the shit? Okay, I know these guys are superhuman and the best of the best, but damn, they are really being praised, like they are them. Fucking Hulk and Abomination were doing crazier shit than these two, and they never got praised for it. They just ran my boy Hulk's ass off, after he dealt with the problem the damn military caused.
Because I'm green, isn't it?
Anyways, the Hanmas are still doing their best JoJo video reenactment. All the side characters are standing in awe of the fight, except poor Jack Hanma who's watching this shit live crying in the corner saying it should have been me. Actually yeah, poor Jack. Dude got his ass beat twice by Ooga Booga over here, had half his face torn off, and he's clearly not the favorite child. Man deserves to get a W at some point. So finally, to end the fight, Yujiro uses the same move he used to end Baki's mother, and gets the KO. I'm guessing Yujiro started feeling bad cause he just starts surveying all the damage he did to Baki throughout the fight and calls it off. I know it's an ability he has somehow, probably just some more martial arts bullshit, but what? I mean, this man can literally see what is killing people and their weak spots. Bro literally has X-ray vision. Just as Yujiro thinks it's GG's, he senses Baki still wanting to fight, even though when he turns around, Baki was lying half dead on the ground. His body may have been broken, but his spirit was not. Okay, all kidding aside, I actually really liked this part. So to congratulate Baki for giving a good fight, Yujiro finally cooks a meal for Baki in his head and Baki played along too for some reason, like this was a tea party. I guess Yujiro couldn't use actual food, since it'd probably come out terrible given this man has never cooked a day in his life. Oh wait, Baki said it was too salty. Wow, even when he isn't really cooking anything, Yujiro still can't cook for shit. How sad. But it's alright cause Yujiro then shares the title of the world's strongest with Baki, although Baki himself admitted he still technically lost the fight. Honestly, this was probably my favorite fight in the entire anime, or at the very least so far. I know I make fun of a lot of things about Baki, including all the exposition about their techniques during a fight, and all the ludicrous bullshit superhuman feats, just by training in martial arts, unless you are a boxer, but this was a fight that was just a long time in the making. When it came to Baki's story, and seeing both him and Yujiro satisfying each other's desires was an amazing thing to witness. Although we have been following Baki since he was a boy, to see him become a man and step by step work towards his goal of being able to contend with his father is an arc that will always stick with me. Baki the Grappler truly is one of my favorite series I've seen and read. Anyway, with that being said, thank you everyone who has made it this far into the video. These videos are quite the chore to make, but I always feel it's worth it when discussing something I truly like. So please like and subscribe as I'm trying to build my community little by little, so anyone who just takes the time to check out my content has my deepest gratitude. Again, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. October is right around the corner, and I got something a little different planned for it, so I hope you all stick around. Later.